Aries, welcome to your December reading 2022. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you guys are doing awesome. We're going to get right into it in the style of a past, present, future layout with clarifiers. Spirit, angels, guides, ancestors of love and light, we thank you for your help today with Aries read for whatever they need to know for the highest good. Validation, advice, insight, healing, whatever they need, Spirit. All right, Aries, you're showing up with the Three of Swords, heartbreak, sorrow, perhaps betrayal, and strength. Calling on strength. This is hard. Strength is here. And the Nine of Cups, a card of personal happiness. In the current energies, as in the order of events, you have the Seven of Cups. Choices, many choices. Some confusion surrounding them. At the heart of your read, the High Priestess, your intuition. Excellent. And finally, in the current energies, we have the Queen of Swords, ready to make a declaration, set some boundaries. In the immediate future, the Eight of Swords, feeling stuck. Lots of confusion. The King of Pentacles is next. He is the master of all his resources. And finally, the Ten of Cups. All of your love cups filled. Happiness on the homestead. The overall energy of your reading, Aries, judgment. You're being called higher. Underlying energy of this entire reading, the Knight of Cups, feeling antsy, ready to get going. Thank you, Spirit. We're going to get right into it and clarify judgment. Spirit, why is judgment here in the overall energy? What does Aries need to know about the judgment card in the overall energy, please? All right. Starting out with the Two of Pentacles, juggling. And the Six of Pentacles, another card of balance, equanimity, equal give and take. And the Tower, a destabilizing event, abrupt. You're being called higher. We're going to get in and do a little clarification here. Underlying energy, the Two of Swords, indecision, confusion. You might not have all the information you need to make this decision. Let's go further and find out, what is it that you're juggling? Two of Pentacles on judgment. What is it that Aries is juggling? What does Aries need to know with the Two of Pentacles on judgment, please? All right, the Star, it has to do with a divine wish, a really big wish of yours. And here's the Seven of Cups again, repeating energy showing up. We've got lots of choices and confusion surrounding this. And the King of Wands is here. This could be your person. It's definitely confident, attractive, and determined energy, determined in their actions. Okay. Underlying energy for that. There it is again, repeating energy, Ten of Cups. Everything, all your love cups filled, everything on the homestead of love. All right, you are juggling. You are bouncing back and forth. We're going to find out more as time goes on. The details, and we will be referred back to this. I just know it. All right, let's clarify this Tower. Let's clarify this Tower. Why is the Tower here on judgment, please? Why is the Tower here on judgment? What does Aries need to know about this Tower on the judgment card, please? Destabilizing energy. We have the Sun. Interesting. Blessing, success, joy. King of Cups. Very balanced energy. Someone who's here for you. Reliable. Very steady in their emotions. No matter what's going on, you can rely on them for calmness. And we have the Queen of Wands. Perfect match to the King over there, but she's over here. Very similar energies, very confident, very determined, very attractive energy. They both are very passionate energies. I'm almost feeling like this might be an affair. I don't know. We don't have enough to go on yet, but the Queen is over here with the King on a tower because of joy and happiness and bliss. They're together. The King's over here with confusion and trying to balance and juggle a situation, tied up to a divine wish and judgment, a decision that's going to be made and acted upon. But you're being called higher. I don't know who's who. I don't know if the King of Wands is you or your person, or, why the Queen of Wands is over here with the King of Cups. But it's on this tower and it causes a whole bunch of abrupt, destabilizing energy and confusion. We need balance. We need equanimity. We need fairness here. And you're over here doing a juggling act. All right, underlying energy. Oh, there again. 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups. Everything in happiness and love on the homestead. We've now seen it as the underlying here and the underlying here. And it's in the baseline. Very interesting. All right, let's move on. Let's take a look at the Three of Swords. Your first card up in the recent past, as in order of events. It may or may not have happened yet. Three of Swords. Why is it here, Spirit? What does Aries need to know about this Three of Swords? The Wheel. Things are changing, or they have already changed. Followed by the Lovers. Yes. Okay. It does feel like that. And the Two of Wands. Now here you are contemplating the future. Long term. You have a choice to make. You have a path to pick. And they're opposite pathways. Alright. Underlying energy for this. Page of Cups. You're feeling hopeful. There's definitely an ounce of hope here with the Page of Cups showing up. Let's clarify the wheel and see what we can learn about how this wheel is turning, Spirit. How is this wheel turning? We know things have changed in the recent past. What does Aries need to know about this Wheel of Fortune on the Three of Swords, please? Wheel of Fortune on the Three of Swords. Okay, this is a catch and release. It didn't come all the way out. We're just supposed to see it for a second, and we're going to send it back. The High Priestess. This is intuition. Maybe you start to listen to it, but then you don't, and that's why it didn't come all the way out, perhaps. It's coming up at the heart, the center of your reading. It could also, it's Pisces energy as far as the archetype goes. May or may not mean anything. Again, catch and release. It didn't flip up or hit the table before I was done shuffling. So, again, the Wheel of Fortune, there it is on the Three of Swords. Okay, we have the Tower again, repeating energy, and the Two of Cups, soul connection card, partnership. Tower happened. Tower event over here. This is the tower. The queen and the king are hanging out in joy and bliss. Alright, you get one more card. Seven of Swords. This is deceit. This is deceit. Yep, that would be deceit. If they're hanging out and the queen is supposed to be with the king. Okay. Underlying energy here. There it is. Two of Pentacles. Juggling. Juggling, juggling, juggling. Okay. Let's take a look at Strength. Your next card showing up in the recent past, please. Why is Strength here, Spirit? What does Aries need to know about the Strength card in this next position? Why is Strength here? Okay, Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups and the King of Wands. Check that out, guys. Hold on. I don't want to mess up these cards. My fingers got tangled up. This is very similar energy, and you know, the sexes are reversed, but they're hanging out together. The Queen of Cups and the King of Wands. So unless this King of Wands is hanging out with this King's partner, then it represents still these two people over here. We'll find out as time goes on. It's a little confusing right now, early on, as it always is in the beginning. But it all will unfold. Strength is here. Strength is taming the inner beast, remaining calm. And it's here because things are very hard. Courage is needed to get through this. Okay, let's see here. Five of Pentacles, abandoned, abandoned, abandonment. I know I just said that 3 times. I just wanted to feel if any other words were going to come to me, and no, abandonment is the strength there. Underlying energy, temperance. Temperance is underlying this. Trying to remain calm, call in some balance and healing for the situation. I think these people were caught having an affair. The Tower is here. They were being deceitful. I don't know if this is you and somebody or your person and somebody. Again, you guys know. Abandoned, abandoned, abandoned. Queen of Cups. King of Wands. Ah, okay. These guys, the Queen and the King, were abandoned because their mates, the King and the Queen, are having an affair. So all you guys must have known each other, you know? Maybe, you know, a couple couples were, you know, friends, neighbors, whatever, work companions. I don't know, but somehow all 4 of you know each other, it feels like. Not sure about that, but I get the sense. The Queen of Cups and the King of Wands were abandoned. You're showing up with the heartache. Okay, so I think you are the King. I think you're represented by the King of Wands energy. Perhaps. Still not sure, not completely sure who's having the affair. I just know that these people are abandoned because their mates are hanging out over here in joy and bliss. All right. Let's take a look at the 9 of Cups. Speaking of joy and bliss, this is on a personal level. If the 10 is a union, the 9 is single. Show us the Nine of Cups. Why is it here, Spirit? What does Aries need to know about this Nine of Cups, please? Speaking of Aries, the King of Wands, if I didn't say it before, the King and the Queen of Wands are Aries energy. All right, we start out with the Seven of Swords. Deceit. That's that repeating energy. Deceit for somebody's personal happiness and satisfaction. The Devil, shadow energy, along with the Seven of Swords. Shadow energy, deceit, hiding, sneaking around. Temptation. And the Seven of Pentacles, assessing the situation. Assessing the situation. Now, suddenly I get the feeling, and again, I could be wrong, I just first, for the first time in the reading, got a feeling that you guys over here, the King of the King of Cups and the Queen of Wands, might actually be you. You having an affair. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. But I just got that feeling over here with this layout. Assessing the situation, your own personal happiness. These people are feeling abandoned. A broken heart was caused by this Tower, deceit of the partnership. Lovers, contemplating the future. Yeah, I feel like it might be you, but again, energies are fluid. It could go either way. Underlying energy here, the Ace of Cups. Divine cup of love, who you want to share your love cup with. Assessing the situation, feeling temptation for your own personal happiness and sneaking around at night. Is that what you're doing, Aries? Is this you, the Queen of Wands over here, meeting up with the King of Cups? Your friends over here are calling in the strength, taming their inner beast, feeling abandoned. All right, we need to clarify. Let's take a look at, you know what? I know the Seven of Swords is this deceit. It's an affair. The Devil, the shadow energy, it's temptation and sneaking around. The Seven of Pentacles, assessing the situation. Let's take a look at that. Why is the Seven of Pentacles here, assessing the situation on the Nine of Cups, please? Why is the Seven of Pentacles on the Nine of Cups? What does Aries need to know, please? Ace of Wands. An opportunity to follow one's passions. An opportunity to take some bold action. There's that Six of Pentacles showing up. To balance the scales. To make things fair. To bring in the balance. To make things right. To make things fair. There's an opportunity to do this. And the Hermit. The Hermit is about isolating and deep introspection and reflection and healing. Going within to assess the situation. Assessing your personal happiness. Deciding should you take bold action and bring some balance back into the situation somehow. I don't know how, but anything's possible. I do know that. Alright, so where should we put this one? Put it right here. That way we can still see everything. Okay. Underlying energy again, bouncing back and forth. Aries, are you bouncing back and forth between staying with your King of Wands or making a different decision and hooking up with the King of Cups, or just ending your relationship at the very least with your king? If that's the case, just asking what's going on. Balancing, going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth in your choices, back and forth in your choices about the king and your divine wish, which might just be this king over here. I'm not sure, but That's we keep seeing this card, and that's what I'm learning now. You're bouncing back and forth. Okay. All right, and I feel like it's you. All right, now we're going to move on. Here's the Seven of Cups, the card of confusing choices. We've seen it several times already. It's right here and in your baseline. Spirit, why is the Seven of Cups here, please? What does Aries need to know about these choices, these confusing choices? What does Aries need to know? There's that Three of Swords again. It's the card you showed up with first. Talking about how things had changed with your lover and you're contemplating the future, and you caused a tower by sneaking around on your partner. That's what these cards up here say. And now the Three of Swords is back, surrounding your choices. Five of Cups, loss, sorrow, regret, feeling in mourning, looking at your losses, looking at the pain, feeling depressed. And the Queen of Wands is here. Look at that. Queen of Wands. I feel like this is saying, since it's on the Seven of Cups, I feel like this is you being confused about who you are and about what choice you should make. You know you've caused sorrow and heartbreak, and you feel regret and sadness around it. You do. This is you, I believe. Again, energies could they're fluid, so it could really go back and forth. It's just a mystery for me. I'm over here trying to figure things out, starting from a blank slate. And as these cards, as we get here, we're going to figure a lot more out, I'm sure. But Spirit unfolds the story as we go. The underlying energy, look, repeating energy again. 10 of Cups. You are confused about the choices to make around your filling all your cups. I feel like you have a very strong bond with the King of Wands. As the Queen of Wands, you have this strong bond. You may even be married. I don't know. I feel like your soul connections. Maybe things went awry, and instead of working them out, you ended up falling in love or something with your friend's partner, the King of Cups. And so now you feel torn, and that's why you're juggling the Two Pentacles back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, surrounding your everything. You don't know what decision to make. Okay, that's what it feels like. Let's move on to the High Priestess, right at the heart of your reading, the center of your reading. This is repeating energies are important. The center card of the reading is important, right at the heart. The High Priestess speaks to your intuition. I wonder what your intuition is saying. What is your intuition saying, Aries? Call it in. What's it saying? Spirit, why is the High Priestess here? What does Aries need to know about this High Priestess, please? Four of Swords. Taking a time out to get your thoughts straight. Meditation. Excellent. High Priestess is meditation and going within. Four of Swords is meditation and going within. Good. The Four of Wands. This speaks to a commitment, a relationship. And usually the Four of Wands is a celebration on the homestead. That's how it's depicted on the card. But I think you're just meditating about your commitment. I don't know which one. I'm thinking with the King of Wands. The King, they're both kings. King of Wands. But perhaps thinking about both. Queen of Pentacles is here. This is the nurturing mother archetype of the tarot. You may be asking your intuition, what would my mother tell me? What would be the advice that she would give? You may be meditating on that for help. You're meditating, you're taking a time out, you're trying to get your thoughts straight, you're calling in the Queen of Pentacles, and this is about the Four of Wands. Alright? Okay, underlying energy, the Nine of Swords. You are stressed. You are up at night. You can't sleep. You're crying. I think you're upset at all the pain that's been caused. And you just are so confused. I feel like you have love for both people. And it's not just the two, kings, it's the Queen of Cups that's involved in this too. I think you just feel a lot of sorrow about all the heartbreak that's been caused, and I don't know, I get the sense that, you can't help your feelings. You didn't try for this to happen. I don't feel like you went out of your way to make this happen. It's one of those things that developed and you got caught up in it. That's what it feels like. And as you got caught up in it, somehow you guys got caught and it was exposed, and a tower moment happened and it destabilized everything, which is why you really want the Six of Pentacles back here. You need some stabilization and some balance to help the situation, and you're trying to remain calm to do so. Okay, that's good, that's good. Do we need to clarify anything here? Getting your thoughts straight, meditating, taking a time out, asking mom for help. What would she say? What's the nurturing advice that good old moms give? All right, let's move on. The Queen of Swords is next. The Queen of Swords is someone who sets boundaries. She lays it down. She tells you what she'll tolerate and what she won't, how things are going to be, what she expects. A decision. She makes an announcement. What does this Queen of Swords want to say, please, Spirit? What does Aries need to know about this Queen of Swords? Page of Pentacles is here. The page, well, we'll see what else comes out around it. The Ace of Swords, clarity, a divine opportunity to get some clarity. The Queen brings clarity. She cuts through the bullshit. And, ooh, the World. How about that? An old cycle is getting ready to close out, so a new one can begin. This Queen looks like she's making a decision to invest. I think this page is about an initial investment in getting clarity and figuring out whatever cycle needs to be closed out. It's about investing and getting clarity. Like going to counseling would be investing in getting clarity. So that's just as an example. I don't know how this applies in your life per se, but that's just an example. The Star is underlying this. Yeah, your divine wish. Your divine wish is definitely tied up to this Ten of Cups. Your love cups being filled. I just don't know who they're going to be filled with, the King of Cups or the King of Wands. But you're here to make some sort of investment to get clarity, so that's excellent, so that you can figure out what major life cycle, where it's going, what's going to close out, and what's going to begin anew. Okay. Investing and getting clarity. How about, this might be too early, but let's take a look at the Ace of Swords. What might this clarity be, please? Can we know now, or is this something we aren't supposed to know now? What can Aries know about this Ace of Swords, please? Besides, they're making the investment. They decided to make the investment into getting clarity. What can we learn, please, about this Ace of Swords? Excuse me, on the Queen of Swords. Disappointment. An offer comes in, maybe it gets rejected. Somebody's not interested. Perhaps. Let's see what else comes out. Soul connection from the past. I think this is the King of Wands we're talking about. Investing in clarity. They might reject it. They might reject an offer for counseling. I don't know. I do not know. What else? Four of Pentacles. Holding on tight. You're holding on tight. Holding on, holding on. They may have rejected. They may be disappointed. You may be disappointed. It looks like they're disappointed or they rejected. They're not interested in some kind of offer. Some kind of offer being given. But you're still holding on. You're still holding on here. I think holding on to some kind of hope. Okay. Oh, look what's back again. Underlying energy, juggling, back and forth, back and forth. This is the big dilemma of this reading. The Two of Pentacles, back and forth. What do I do? What do I do? All right. All right. Thank you, Spirit. Let's take a look at this card of feeling stuck and confused, mired in confusing thoughts, not knowing what to do. And if you did know what to do, you wouldn't know how to do it. I mean, it's just that much confusion. Speaking of confusion, look at the split in the cards. The Five of Swords and the Two of Swords, which the Two of Swords was like the underlying energy for those clarifiers. It's indecision, confusion. How do we do this? How do I handle this? What do I do? All right, let's see what happens. What does Aries need to know about this Eight of Swords, please? Why is the Eight of Swords here, please? Four of Pentacles. That was that card right there, holding on tight. You're confused. You're stuck. You don't know what to do, but you're still holding on tight. And look, the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords, Eight of Swords. Spirit just says, it is what it is. You're in this. You're in it, you're in it, you're in it. Some of these thoughts are your own doing. Some of this confusion is your own. And you're calling in strength again. Isn't that interesting? Calling in strength. Taming your inner beast, trying to remain calm in this situation. Confused, holding on tight. Underlying energy, the King of Swords. Nice. Now he's the decision maker of the tarot, if you ask me. Very strategic, very logical. He's aware of his emotions, but he doesn't let them interfere in some kind of smart decision making. I don't know how you do that when relationships are all about emotions tied up, but nonetheless, you are doing your best to stay calm, centered, balanced. You're holding on, even though you're doubly confused. You've got not just 8 swords, you've got 16 thoughts of craziness that you just don't know what to do. The King is here. Calling in the King. Okay, speaking of the King, we've got, you know what? Let's just do it again, just for shits and giggles. Let's look at the Eight of Swords, please. Eight of Swords on the Eight of Swords, Spirit. Eight of Swords on the Eight of Swords. I'll I'll die if another Eight of Swords comes out. Okay, I'm not going to do that, but my mind will be blown. Eight of Swords on the Eight of Swords, Spirit. What can Aries know about this Eight of Swords on the Eight of Swords? Confusion upon confusion, stuck upon stuck. What can Aries know, please? There's an opportunity here. If you work really hard at it, you can grow some stability out of this somehow. Look at that. Like the fourth or fifth time. The Ten of Cups. You can grow some stability around this Ten of Cups, but you're confused. You don't know how to do it. You're looking for how to do it. There it is. Repetitive work, consistent work. You can't just try once. You're going to have to do this over and over and over again, which typically happens. I mean, marriages or relationships can survive all kinds of things. Whoever had an affair, I know a lot of people say, to hell with them, but that's not how real life works. People reflect and they try to figure out what happened, what can I do better, maybe I can save this. They feel remorse, they feel bad, they kind of have a wake-up call, and then they want to try. And I get that feeling that at least you want to try. At least you want to try. Your person's so upset they don't want to try right now, so you're just holding on, hoping that they'll change their mind. In the meantime, Spirit is telling you there is an opportunity if you choose to be really consistent and repetitive with your work with this Eight of Pentacles, that there is a way, but you can't just try once and give up. Just because they say no, you do have to hold on, and you're going to have to hold on more than once. There's 8 Pentacles on that card. You might have to hold on that many times. Your person just might need you to prove, like, how much do you really want it? Is this just some half-ass weak try? Or do you really want to try? They might not be convinced. I don't know. Their ego might be so hurt. Their pride might be so hurt by what happened that they just can't get past it. That's a possibility also. But you have to decide, no matter what they are going to do, you have to decide what you're going to do. What are you going to commit to? And Spirit's telling you it's going to take a lot of work. Underlying energy, the Empress. She's the balance of all 4 queens. In your Empress energy, Spirit is saying you can handle this, but you have to stay really, really balanced and grounded and creative and very nurturing. So all of those things to the nth degree is the Empress. And again, that's the energy you would need to tap into to make this work, I believe, is what Spirit is saying. Okay, thank you. Excellent. Let's move on and take a look at your next card coming up, the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is the master of his resources, the master of all things manifested. He manages everything really well. He's very grounded, very stable, very reliable energy. Spirit, what can we learn about this King of Pentacles? What does Aries need to know about the King of Pentacles in this next position, please? The Magician. The Six of Wands. And the Nine of Pentacles. Alright, well, this is about manifesting victory, stability. But the Nine of Pentacles is the card of being single. It's being on your own, doing just fine with your resources. You don't need anything. You'll be okay financially. Manifesting victory. Single. Mastering your resources singly. Okay, it looks like you're going to be victorious here on your own. You can manifest this, no problem. Spirit says no problem. You're going to be okay financially. No matter what. You have all the tools you need to be okay. In case that's one of your worries, one of your Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords kind of moments. If that's a worry, Spirit is saying you have everything you need to be okay. And do, in other words, if this is a concern of yours, do not base your decision on who to be with based on financial stability or resources stability. You're being called higher than that. You're being called higher. Spirit says you can make your own balance in that area. Don't make your decision from that. Underlying energy, the moon. The moon says there are things yet to be revealed. There's some buried secrets, emotions tied up to this. Maybe we're becoming aware of this being a concern of yours, your stability. But maybe somebody else doesn't know this, that you're worried about it. Kind of like that. It's a secret, it's hidden, it's emotions. It could be your own emotions, and maybe you're not aware of how much weight you put into making a decision based on stability and resources. You know? It's a natural thing to worry about, sure. Okay, should we clarify anything here? I don't think so. Spirit is saying you have what you need. Don't factor that into your decision. All right, let's move on and take a look at your final card, the Ten of Cups. Your everything in love, happiness on the homestead, who you share all your love cups with. Spirit, why is the Ten of Pentacles here? What does Aries need to know? I said Pentacles. Ten of Cups, sorry. Why is the Ten of Cups here? What does Aries need to know about the Ten of Cups? Look what came out first. The moon. Still, things are hidden. There's still secrets that have not been fully shared. I don't know if you're hiding things from yourself or from your mate or from your lover. Oh, look what else came out. The King of Pentacles. Okay, that's interesting. Saying that things are still hidden, tied up to that stability factor. And the Knight of Wands. Huh. What's the Knight of Wands doing here? Well, that's a little bit confusing. Underlying energy, Four of Cups, disappointment. Feeling ho-hum. Alright, so secrets are still tied up to this Ten of Cups. King of Pentacles, the master of your resources, or his resources, whoever he is and represents to you, is also tied up. And the Knight of Wands is somehow tied up to this as well. The Knight of Wands, if you are the Queen of Wands and your partner is the King of Wands, the Knight of Wands could be a child. You could have a child with this person. Knight of Wands would be like an adolescent. A playful, fun, life of the party, passionate energy that is could be your child and could very much tie up to this decision around what you choose for who you homestead with and who you share your love cup with, and what fulfills you in this respect. Resources and your child. That's what this feels like. It could be. Leave a comment if that makes sense for you, please. Okay, so disappointment because ho-hum, you're not happy with the way things have been going, and you're not happy with your choices. You're not happy with anything the way things are going right now. Really bummed out about this whole situation. You obviously have a lot of history with the King of Wands. If you are the Queen of Wands, you have a lot of history with the King. Um, a lot of financial stability that you guys have built together. Maybe you have a home together. Maybe you have kids together. And if all of that doesn't keep you grounded enough to commit to them, although you are committing to getting some help, I believe, investing in getting the clarity you showed us before, but your person refused, at least initially. But Spirit said you're going to have to keep working at it. You're going to have to show them over and over and over and over and over again. That's what happens when pride is cut and, trust is cut and all that stuff has been blown by this tower moment of realizing that you guys have been fooling around with, somebody else. So it's going to take a lot of work and a lot of repetitive assurance and detail to work, and revealing all the secrets out on the table. Well, maybe not all the secrets. I mean, you don't you don't have to tell them exactly how you make your decision and what's tied up to it. I mean, that's for you to figure out. But figuring out what went wrong in the first place, why you strayed, and if you can fix what went wrong in the first place. But I will tell you this, what I've learned is that, wherever you go, you take you with you. And what happens is, if you don't solve your problems where you're at, you take them to the next place. And even if you think the other person was the problem, it's never always all the other person. It's a mixture of energies. And so you have to look at your own energies, because if you just pick up and leave and go with somebody else thinking the grass is greener, eventually that other person, the new person, might have some similar behaviors as the person that you were with, that you kind of fell out of love with or lost, that love and feeling with, or whatever reason was that you strayed. It can happen in any and every relationship. You have highs and lows. And while you're having all the highs with the King of Cups, if you eventually end up with them or anyone else, you're going to have the same highs and lows. So if it's not handled well and you just leave and never really handle it, or learn how to handle it, learn what you can do differently, I don't know. I'm not putting blame on you. I'm just saying that if you think about the reasons that you may have strayed, and then you analyze, well, gee, this could really happen anywhere I go. And if I don't fix what's going on here, I'm liable to run into it again and again and again and again and again, until you learn the lesson that the universe has for you to learn. It happens to all of us, where we have to learn things, or we repeat patterns rather, over and over and over again. So before this becomes a pattern, ask yourself, is it a pattern? Has it been a pattern in the past? And if not, that's great, but you want to nip it in the bud so it doesn't become a pattern later. If you're that torn with, where do I go? What do I do? Now, if your King of Wands is abusive, then that doesn't work. You don't stay in that. But I don't see evidence of that, at least in this particular reading. So that's just my take on it. What do I know? I just see some cards on the table and I'm interpreting what's going on here and sharing some insight from maybe some of my experience in life. That's all I can do. I wish you guys the absolute best. I'd like to pull an oracle card from Wisdom of the Hidden Realms for you guys. These have poignant messages, and I want to see what Spirit has to say to offer for you guys. at this time. Spirit, what specific message do you have for our Aries friends today? For what they're going through? What advice do you have for Aries at this time? Thank you, Spirit. Ugh, plastic and sticky cards, especially here in Florida. Sticky, sticky. It's always humid, even in the winter. Not always. All right, here is your card. The Horse King. This is card number 42, and it says assistance and control on the card. Okay, let's see what it says. That's where the message comes in. The Horse King always comes to lend you the power to go the distance, forging ahead whatever the weather. You will most certainly reach your perfect destination with this noble ally. He lets you know that some person or circumstance brought through synchronicity will certainly appear to help you with your endeavors. You aren't meant to go this part of the journey alone. This is also an important time to delegate authority to others so that they may assist you. Currently, you are magnetic to powerful people who are in a position to help make your dreams come true. The Horse King asks that you remain open to those who are sent to aid you. You can be assured that you will be lifted up and will ride high in victory. All right. You're getting some help. Be open to it. You're being sent help. That's what we have for you today, Aries. I hope everything turns out well. Thank you so much for being here. And please like, share, subscribe if this resonated. If it doesn't, don't take it. Just tune in next time, and I look forward to reading for you next time. Take care, guys.